discussed yesterday?
Pandas.
Pandas, yeah. So under Pandas, have you guys tried out by taking the data set and the Google Colab notebook which I was shared in a group? You were you guys able to execute it?
No, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir. Today I will try.
Yeah, very good. So okay, please give a try. If you are facing any problem, please do reach out. Okay?
Okay, sir, you have sent one code now that I
Yes.
don't understand. Can you please explain it?
No, whatever I discussed yesterday, that only I sent.
Okay.
Gangotri, you,
Sir, I'm confusing with that. Please, can you explain me once?
which part you wanted? Like which you have confusion, which lines of code?
I don't understand anything in that. Not that, sir. What?
You do one thing. You just see the recording. Anyway, I have recorded the session, right? You take the recording and you try to execute it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, if you still could not understand, you tell me. I'll explain which parts, which line of code you could not understand. I'll explain you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 1_ Python Pandas something is there now.
Yes.
That.
Yes.
That's that one.
Yeah. So that is yesterday I took entire code. So that is 30 minutes recorded session will be there. You go through it. You try to execute it in your own machine. And if you still could not understand anything, you let me know. I'll explain again. Is that
okay? Sure. Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
See, until unless you guys don't follow with me, it will be very difficult. I'm telling now itself. Like as we keep on going on to the next stages, the complexity also increases. The learning curve it's going to be steep, not it's going to come down. So the concepts whichever you are going to learn from now on, if you're not from the computer science background or if you have not already know about the basics of Python, it will be very difficult. I'm being very clear here. So try to grasp it, try to work hard for it. If you are not able to understand, watch the recording again, try to execute them, take some initiatives from your side. Okay. Gangotri, you know Python?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, then it is easy on. Okay. How about others?
I didn't try. Just give me 2 days of time. Let me try and get back to you.
Is it Sheila or Soparna?
Yeah.
Who is talking? Both are in unmute state.
Sheila.
Okay, Sheila. You can utilize this Saturday, Sunday, and you can Monday you can
Yeah.
get back.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. How about others, guys? Others were able to.
Few I have executed, sir, like unique, max, minimum, and other things. And other things I'll be I'll be doing it on Saturday and Sunday. Later on, if I get any doubts, I'll come back to you.
Yeah, sure. Very good, very good. So please give
Thank
it a try. If you're not able to do it, if you're getting any errors also, please send it into my WhatsApp in the group. If you want it, send it and tag me, or you send me a private message and get it clarified. Okay. How about others? Are you guys able to follow it or not? Like I see, I can just go it in express speed and I can complete the portion. That is not the intention here. Okay. So I want everybody need to understand and go head back with some learnings. Until unless you guys talk, right, I cannot come up with some conclusion. So if you're feeling comfortable, say I'm feeling comfortable to go ahead. I know I'm lacking here. You please open up.
Sir, I do have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. Yesterday you thought about libraries of machine learning, right? So in that there are many, libraries like data.shape, head, tail, like many more, right? Do we
That is
need to
functions of
everything
that
in our
pandas.
mind or sorry?
So that those are the functions of that particular library. Under Pandas, you have those many functions. Yeah, please come again.
Okay, so we do have many libraries. In that particular library, we do have these kind of functions. Is that what you mean?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
So
so
one
do
is
we need
Pandas. Will
everything
be
in our mind because it is, I mean, like it is very, I could say yesterday itself, it's been nearly 15 to 20 codes, 20 functions. So do we need to keep everything in our mind? So
it's not everything. See, keeping everything in a mind is difficult. I agree. But over a period of time, if you start working on it, right, then you will obviously remember. At least you might forget the syntax, okay? But you should at least be aware of there is some function in Pandas which can solve our problem. That level of knowledge you should have. See, I'm not telling you to remember the function name exactly or the code exactly. You should be in a
okay.
position to be aware that there is a function called minimum in Pandas, which will basically given a list of numbers, it will basically give me the minimum number. That level of knowledge you should have. You got my point?
Okay. Yeah, but in interview, whether they will be asking like the function to know the a number of rows and columns. Is that like
Uh,
they'll be
yeah,
asking?
they'll be
Oh,
asking.
okay.
They will not, they might ask what is the function to be used to find the number of rows and columns. So you should say shape function, that's all.
So
See,
we need to keep
initial
everything.
stage, right? Sheila, this is an initial stage. So you feel
Okay.
that shape function is difficult. Okay, I should remember max function. I should remember. Like over a period of time, if you keep on working with many data sets, right? You'll be using the same functions for everything. So, right? So
Okay.
over a course period of time, you will be able to keep in mind at least a basic level of functions. See, under Pandas, we have 1,000+ functions. Storing all
Oh,
the functions in our mind is difficult. At least a basic level of functions, we should keep it in our mind, according to me. That
okay.
also, as in the initial stage, you're feeling uncomfortable. Like over a course period of time, you will, like if you take many data sets from Google and if you start working on it, right, you will only have hands on.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Is anyone else having any other doubts, or can I proceed with today's lecture? Then I think it is good to go ahead. Okay, I'll start. Hope my screen is shared already, right? Screen is shared, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so now in today's lecture, what we are going to discuss, about creating a data frame, different ways of creating a data frame. So, for example, yesterday itself we have seen this code: import pandas as PD means I'm just giving an instead of writing pandas everywhere, I'm just giving an alias name as PD. So wherever I want to use the word pandas, I can basically use PD. If you have given AB as AB, you can use AB wherever pandas is required. So PD dot read underscore CSV. So I told whenever you are seeing this open bracket and close bracket, that is basically a function. Okay. So I'm just basically passing the path of it, path of my function, path of my CSV file, and I'm the data whichever in this CSV, weather underscore data CSV, all are stored in this data underscore CSV. Yesterday I was using data as my name. Today I'm using data underscore CSV. So you can give ABCD also, it's up to you. It's just a variable or an object. So yesterday also I told, if you are having XLSX format file, you should use read underscore Excel. No other changes. So if you guys are already aware of Python, we know in a Python we have the data structure called dictionary, which stores keys followed by the value. So if you see the syntax of this dictionary, the first is the key. Day is my key, and these are all my values. 1, 2, 3 values. And temperature is my key, and followed by all the things are values. Wind speed is my key, and 672 is my values. Event can be my key, and rain, sunny, and snow. I have one basic level of doubt. The key can be repeated, guys, in a dictionary. Guys, this is one of the important interview questions.
No.
Why?
It don't allow duplicate. Maybe.
It don't allow duplicates. Okay. Why can't we store it? Who told this answer?
Shivashankar.
Shivashankar, I think yesterday also you asked something, and after that I could not find you only. I was talking. Then you went talking.
Oh.
Okay, so let me explain why. So, see, we know some of you have already studied about the SQL structured query language. If not, also fine. There is a concept of primary key. See, in our school also, we are having the attendance, right? And a teacher will be storing the biodata of us, right? We all know, like the father name, mother name, Aadhaar card number, phone number, date of birth, blood group, constants. In my class, there can be two Arun Kumar. Both Arun Kumar can have the same number. Sorry, same initial. So if I wanted to store both Arun Kumar details, what can be the best unique key for them?
Roll number.
Register number.
Yeah. So roll number. So if you consider as a school way, it can be a roll number. If you just consider in a general way, what can be the unique key? But I'm very happy that you guys gave the answer roll number. Can Aadhaar card number be a unique key?
Yeah.
Right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Or the phone number can also act as a unique key. Okay. So this is
Sir?
not part of, yeah, please.
Sir, please can you share the screen again? I can't see.
Sorry,
Screen I can't unable to see, sir.
what you can't see?
Screen. You are shared na screen.
Yeah, I'm
Can you
sharing
please
the
share
screen.
again?
How about others?
It's visible, sir.
Yeah, I think I'll go there. I think the network issues from your side. Can you maybe drop and rejoin?
Yeah, okay, sir.
So, okay. So always remember that in a dictionary, the key cannot be repeated. So you're already having a key called day. One more, you cannot have a day as key in your dictionary. Okay. The value can be repeated like Arun Kumar, something like that. So given a dictionary, if you guys see this is a dictionary, I'm basically going to convert this dictionary into a data frame, basically the data set. So yesterday we have seen the difference between data frame and data series. Data series means having exactly one column. Data frame means more than one column. In both the cases, you can have n number of rows. Rows is not a matter at all here. Only the depending upon the columns, we define it as a data frame or data series. So if I want to convert like the above, I have to call this function of data frame. Data frame is another function which is available under the Pandas. So I'm basically giving this dictionary as an object to it. It is creating a new data frame. So if you guys can see the day, under the day you have three values. So that three values are there. Under temperature you have three values. That three values are there. Under wind speed you have three values. Under event you have three values. Okay. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So next time I can also create a data frame using a list of tuples. So this is another dictionary, another data structure of Python, tuple. They say it's a tuple, tuple, however you want, you can call it off. So list of tuples means, see, inside a list, so the square bracket indicates a list, you guys all know. Inside that list, you have many rows. These many rows are in the form of tuples. This tuple is mutable, guys.
It's immutable. It can the values cannot be changed.
Yeah, so it is immutable. Yeah, very good, nice. So if I want to create a data frame, I should tell data is equal to weather data. So the whatever the list of tuples you guys have, that name I should tell. So data is equal to weather data. And if you want to give the column name, so here if you guys see in the above example, I've already given key values. So for these values, it already having the a key as day. So that's why it is showing day here. Under day, it is showing the 3 dates. But whereas if you come here in the list of tuples, here if you guys see here, there is no day, temperature, wind speed, event. I didn't specify it here. I'm just giving the values only. For this purpose, what I'm doing here, I'm basically specifying the column names here. So columns is equal to day, temperature, wind speed, event. So accordingly, it is basically allocating for this first value the day, the second value 32 the temperature, the 6 is the wind speed, rain is the event. Got it? If you guys go to the last one, using list of dictionaries. So using list of dictionary here is, in the previous example, I specified a day and I given all the day values. I specified temperature and I specified all the temperature. But if you guys go for the last example using list of dictionaries, for everything, for every value, I'm specifying the key value, key and followed by the value, key and followed by the value, key followed by the value. So something like this, for every value, I'm specifying the key also. So if you guys can see now here, you got in the same format. So your data can be in any list of tuples, list of dictionaries, or list of set also you can use it. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm moving to the important concept. Okay. So this data cleaning we are going to discuss now. So this is basically called the EDA part, which I was telling in the architecture, exploratory data analysis we are going to do. The data cleaning is otherwise called as data wrangling. Say you collected a data set. Okay. In a data set, there were some missing values. How to handle that missing values? So let us consider. I'm studying in college BTech. I have circulated a Google form to take some survey. It can be related to anything, and I have kept one column as age in that Google form. People, and I'm making that particular column as not mandatory. People can fill it or they can just ignore it. Okay. So once they fill the Google form, the data will be stored. We know if it is an engineering college, if it is B or BTech, like the people will be ranging from age ranging from 18 to 22 or 17 to 22 or 21, whatever. So they can be in the range from 17 to minimum is 17, maximum is 22, not more than that. There might be rare cases 23 something. We don't care about it right now. So people have filled it. So if I wanted to feed that data to my machine learning model, my machine learning model, if it encounters any missing values in the data set, it will throw error that's stating that there are some missing values. So before I feed this data to my machine learning model, I have to basically do the EDA part, exploratory data analysis part. So we are going to handle the missing data through 3 techniques. One is fill NA, drop NA, interpolate. So you're going to either fill. So we know if a Google form is circulated for people of engineering, they are going to be in the 18 to 22. So what I can do, wherever the people have not filled the age, I can basically replace it with the ranging from 18 to 22 any value, so that I will not have any outliers. If I just randomly fill some number, say 100 like that, that is outlier. That is not the data which I wanted there. Drop in. Say if I have 20,000 rows, okay, If I have 20,000 rows, in 500 rows, there are missing values. I can basically drop 500 rows because I have 20,000 rows for my analysis. Dropping 500 rows does not make sense. So I can basically drop it. Interpolate. The third option is a interpolate. We'll be seeing the code for everything. I'm just explaining the theoretical now. Interpolate. Interpolate is basically is used for the time series data. Time series data means if I wanted to tell what might be the temperature at 9 p.m. today. So what I should do for that, I should be keep on collecting what is the temperature at 8:05, 8:10, 8:15, 8:20 of today's. And also I will take the yesterday's data. What was the temperature at 9 p.m. yesterday? And what was the temperature 9 p.m. on 22nd and 21st? So like this, I'll be collecting it. In between, if there are any missing values, say if I forget to collect the temperature at 8:10, but I have the temperature at 8:05 and 8:15. By using the 8:10 and 8:15 temperature values, I can basically calculate what can be the temperature for 8:10 also. That is basically called as interpolate. So under fill NA, we have three methods. One is just a fill NA method. You can basically pass any value to it. Wherever missing value is there, if age is missing, just replace it with 18. So wherever missing value 18 is, wherever people have not filled age, it will be replaced with 18. That is the first method. The second method is equal to forward fill. F fill means forward fill. So whatever a second person has filled, if third person has not filled their age, I'll copy the second person age and I'll put it. That is basically called the forward fill. Backward fill means I'll copy from the fourth person's age and I'll copy it to the third person. That is basically called the B fill, backward fill. So these I'll show the related example. So assume that for this is a different notebook. So same import pandas as PD. I'm reading the CSV file. So this is the CSV I read. So if you guys closely observe, there are some NaN. This NaN represents a missing values. Means not a number. The full form is not a number. So wherever NaN is there means basically it is filled with, it is the people have missed to fill. So that is basically the missing values. So first I told I'll be using fill all NaN with one specific value. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill it with 0. Wherever NaN is there, I'm going to replace it with 0. So if you guys closely observe, here NaN is there, that has been replaced with 0.0. Here also 0.0. Here also 0.0. So these are all the NaN values which are replaced with 0.0. So if you guys closely observe, here 4 NaN is there. All 4 NaN are replaced with 0, 0, 0. But this 0 is applicable for temperature column or wind speed column. But this is not applicable for event column because the event column is of string data type. Agree? The object data type. Rain, sunny, snow is a string or an object. It is for that row, 0 is not allowed. Means it is not making any meaning. If I want to specify for each row, for each column, I can go with like this. Data.fill for temperature column, you fill it with 0. For wind speed column, you fill it with 0. For event column, you say no event. So that makes sense. So it's neither sunny, neither rainy, neither snow. So they are basically filling with no event. So now we'll check the method how to do the forward fill. So if you guys closely would have observed here we are having the missing value, right? 0. So how that, see, this copied from the first row. So this first row, whatever 32 is there, it copied here. If you guys closely look on the backward fill, same this place, it copied from the second row. This 28 is copied here. Understood the difference between backward fill, forward fill, and fill NA? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So next we'll discuss about the drop. Next, let's discuss about the drop NA function. Okay. So under drop NA, so now what we did, we we basically placed the missing values with some values. Just a minute, guys. Okay. So under drop NA, we have three functions. So sorry, four functions. One is drop NA. Drop NA when access is equal to 1, how is equal to all, and threshold is equal to 2. So in drop NA, what we are going to do? In fill NA, we are going to replace the missing values with some value. That is basically filling. In drop NA, you're going to basically drop it. You are going to remove it or delete it, something like that you can consider. So if we just specify drop NA without specifying anything, means if any one of the value in the row is NaN, it will be removed. So see guys, yeah, I'll show the coding part. You'll understand. First I'll show so that you get an understanding. Oh, interpolate. Okay. So if you guys see the drop in, I'm just saying data dot drop in. See, I had some 7 rows, but at the end I'm having only 3 rows as the result. Sorry, I had 9 rows. So if you guys closely look at this 9 rows, the first row is there in the output, because it is none of the values are NaN. All is having some values. If you see this one, the second row, the third row is having NaN, third row, fourth row is having, fifth row, sixth row, seventh row, all are having NaN. So these are all removed from my data set now. I have 0th row, 7th row, and 8th row. Df dot drop NA access is equal to 1. The next thing is, if any one of the value in the column is NA, this always remember access is equal to 0 means 0 represents rows, 1 represents column. If any one of the value in the column is NaN, it will be removed. Any one of the value in the column. So if there is a NaN value in the temperature column, the temperature column only will be removed. So if I show you guys, I think I didn't try that. You guys can try. Just give access equal to 1. The next is df dot drop NA. How is equal to all? Drop rows where all the elements are NaN. If all the values in that particular row are NaN, that particular row will be removed. But we don't have such case in our example. All are having either, see, in all the days are filled. So no row so is having all values are NaN. So all, if you take this row, all 4 should be NaN. If that is the condition, that NaN, that row will be removed. Then next drop NA threshold is equal to 2. So drop rows with less than 2 non-NaN values. So it will check out of that 4 values, at least 2 values are non-NaN values. Non-NaN values means something, some number or some string rather than NaN. If that is the case, you are basically setting a threshold. You can set 3, 4, depending upon the number of columns you have. You can basically set that number of the threshold value. So that has been tried here. I tried with threshold is equal to 1. Threshold is equal to 2. You can basically try and explore it, which you can execute in your machine, and you can feel the answer, how you're getting different answers. The third approach is the interpolate approach. Interpolate, as I already mentioned, is used for time series data. So df dot interpolate method is equal to linear. So there are many methods like linear, quadratic, time, and so on. So by default, it will be using the method called linear, even if you don't specify. Okay, I'll show one example here. So if you guys see here, see I have in January 1, 2017, the temperature is 32. January 5, temperature is 28. There is a temperature missing on 4th January. Now what I should do, I should use January 1st and January 5th data. It's 32 and 28, and I want to compute what is the temperature on January 4. So this is the formula being used. Y is equal to y naught plus x minus x naught, y1 minus y naught divided by x1 minus x naught. So this is the formula being used. So you can basically substitute the corresponding values into this basic formula and you can come up with the answer. So y is equal to 29. So that value will be replaced. So if you guys come up here, yeah. So you can see I use method is equal to time here. So depending upon the function you use it. So in the temperature column, if you guys see now, there is no NaN values. All are filled with the values. The last thing. So replacing with another. Okay, I think yeah. Sorry, I missed it. Okay, handling missing data, replace method. So like the other way is like if you say you in your application, like in your XYZ corporate, you know this is the value has to be replaced. If you are already aware of it, what you can do, which value to be replaced, and the replace value. So wherever 7 is there, I'll be replacing with NaN. 7, wherever 7 is there, I'll be replacing with NaN. Or I can also specify the list of values. If 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, replaced with 0. So wherever minus 999, minus 888 values are there, I'll replace with 0. Okay.
Yeah.